Hey guys, Big Red 310s here again with no braces on the top. It's a start. I'm here with my new episode of All Sides of the Wrestling World. Got technically 5 shows today, so we gotta get to work. First, I want to talk about probably what's going to be the viewpoint, the selling point, the draw of this video, Wrestling with the Shadows DVD. I will say that I thought this was a great documentary. I really liked it. You know, for non-wrestling fans, and I'm a big fan of movies myself. I know I've seen like 5 movies. Haven't reviewed any of them on this channel, which I used to do a lot. I don't do anymore. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll just do one video just going over every movie I've seen over the past year. But as a movie fan, like the story, the way it's portrayed, the way all the characters come together, how the plot develops, it's awesome. But as a wrestling fan, you know, there's some holes in this plot. Again, you know, this was shot in '97, so not all the information was known. You also mainly just had Bret's side from it. And it is a good evil theme in there, and it is a great documentary. I'm just saying, as a wrestling fan, I know that some of these things aren't true anymore. And like, you know, the Shawn Michaels, Triple H, look, they say in the documentary that you don't know if they were involved. Shawn and Triple H both say they weren't, although Bret's, was it ex-wife at the time, Julie? I'm not sure. Like, totally bitches out Triple H saying, bullshit, I know you were a part of this, all this and that. But you still never really know. But obviously nowadays, we all know that Shawn and Triple H were involved in the screw job. You know, not a lot of detail was put into how long the screw job was planned. You know, in this, again, they couldn't. They didn't have the footage at the time. So while it is a great, awesome documentary, I really loved it. I give the whole DVD like an 8.5. You know, I just think it's a little outdated. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I mean, whether it be Bret's book, whether it be Dave Meltzer's write-up of the Montreal screw job, whether it be several reports I've seen over the years, documentaries on the Montreal screw job, you can get much better information. If you want complete information on the Montreal screw job, I would not necessarily recommend this. It is great, but there is so much more that you could know, and so much more information that at the time of this DVD was kind of not true. But yeah, still, Wrestling with the Shadows. I loved it. What I really loved was the life and death of Owen Hart, like a 54-minute documentary. That was awesome. I thought that was amazing beyond doubt. I really, truly loved that. They went into detail on how much Owen hated the WWF when Bret had left, how Owen had wanted to leave, how they were booking Owen in these stupid gimmicks they didn't hate, and eventually they booked him in this dumb storyline, not gimmicks, storylines, angles. You know, he liked the thing with Jeff Jarrett. He liked that, but like sometimes they wanted to take it too far. I think they wanted like Deborah to put her hand down his crotch or something, and then Vince Russo wanted Owen to kiss Deborah, and Owen refused to do it. He wouldn't do it, not for his family. He loved his family too much. And to punish him, they gave him the blue laser gimmick. And to punish him, they made him go up on the rafters to do a spot. Basically, it was just to mock Sting. The whole purpose of the angle was he would come down from the rafter, walk, and trip. Everything that was done was just to set up that trip. That was the selling point. And then we all know the very tragic story of what happened to Owen. They went into detail, like they showed camera shots of the ramp, the rafters, Owen's thoughts, what Owen said to his wife. It's very short, but I thought it was amazing. I truly loved it. And that really hires up the rating to this thing. I would give this like an 8.5. There's interviews with Paul J and Bret Hart. Paul J's, I thought, drifted way too far off the Bret Hart topic, and Bret Hart's drifted way too far off the topic as well. I mean, it is 10 years later, but still, Paul J's talking about 9/11 for most of his interview. So yeah, here, him and Hart, Wrestling with the Shadows, and make sure you get the 10th anniversary edition, which has the life and death of Owen Hart, which I do recommend. So yeah, I'd give this like an 8.5. Very good set. I do recommend it. Almost everyone who's watching this already has it. They just want my thoughts on it, but go ahead. Next we have Best of America's Most Wanted. I got this on TNA's website. This was the first DVD I had ordered from TNA's website in almost 2 years. And really, first of all, the disc, you can't see it. It's scratched. I know it looks amazing right now, but if I could just show it to you anywhere closer. No, not going to work. It's scratched. This disc is scratched. And this little casing broke off. So now the disc won't go back in the hole. They brought it to me in shit condition. Honor Hammer told me his came in horrible, horrible condition. And that's why I have to dock a few points off this set. Because it is a great set. You know, every match is at least good. Except for like one or two. One I can completely understand. What the selling point for me for this DVD was not just a cage match, which is like, in my opinion, the most underrated match in TNA history. Because everyone remembers their 2004 cage match. No one remembers their 2003 cage match, which was awesome. You have their first match, their tryout match against each other in some promotion that I can't remember. That was very good. And you have also in the extras, Chris Harris versus Jeff Jarrett, which was another great, great match. So yeah, you get the bonus features kind of saved this set. And the Rawhide strap match I thought was fun too. So yeah, there's just a lot of good. You'll see a lot of 3.25 star matches, some 3.5. The cage match is awesome. Chris Harris, Jeff Jarrett is awesome. And Chris Harris, James Storm. The match against each other was a lot of fun. So yeah, I really do recommend this. I would give it a solid 8.5. I can't penalize it for not putting their better tag matches because they released this documentary after a certain point. I am mad that if you're going to put singles matches with Chris Harris and James Storm versus Jeff Jarrett, you should have put the 2004 King of the Mountain. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I can't really penalize them for not putting their better. It's not a complete best of because they released the DVD at a certain point. There's nothing they can do. They can't predict the future. But the DVD comes in such shitty condition, and I don't trust TNA to deliver it any better for anyone else, so I have to only give it an 8.5. It would be like an 8.75 because I had a lot of fun, very easy to sit through. America's Most Wanted are an awesome tag team. Chikara, Cybernetico, and Robin. Nightmare Baller 1 told me this might be Chikara's best show of all time, and in preparation for Chikarasaurus Rex, I wanted to check this out. And I will say that I don't know if Chikarasaurus Rex is better than this because this show was awesome. Cheech and Claudia versus the Olsen twins and the Cybernetico. The Cybernetico was like 50-something minutes. It dragged. I'm not going to lie. That's why I'm only going to give it 4.25. It's still awesome. But Cheech and Claudia versus the Olsen twins was only 11 minutes long. And I thought that match was better. It's not really like a 4.25 star match. But all the spots they did in that match were so innovative. So many spots I had never seen before. The crowd was really into it. It was just so fast-paced and high-energetic that I almost have to give it a really high rating. Kind of like the 4-way at King of Trios Night 2. Colony versus Blackout, I thought was a solid 3.75 star match. I bumped it up to 4 because of the storyline progression from that feud. That feud had been building for a very long time. Osirian Portal versus Chainsaw, another match that ended Chainsaw as a team and had a great build and a very fun match. Ordinino Sototumbo versus Incoherence was really funny. The opener was basically a squash match. So yeah, a lot of good in the show. 3 awesome matches. A very good match, and a very good comedy match. And the show is really easy to sit through. Even with a 50-something minute Cybernetico match, the show is really easy to sit through. I would give the show a 9 out of 10 easily. So much fun. Each match was fun because Chikara is just fun. Cybernetico and Robin. Awesome show. I don't know if it's the best Chikara show I've ever seen. It's kind of up there with I Never Sorrow Yang. But I Never Sorrow Yang, in my opinion, has the best match in Chikara history. So I kind of have to go with that. Okay, I got some time left, and finally we're going to go with the Dragon Gate 2010 Kobe Festival. People have been talking about this. This is pretty much Dragon Gate's WrestleMania, and this I thought was an awesome show. So much fun, so easy to sit through. I saw the show in one sitting. Well, not really. I had to leave for 2 hours, but I came right back. I had to leave it. I mean, like Nightmare. If I could, I would have stayed, but I had to leave for 2 hours. I had to go get something, but I came right back. The opener I thought was fun. In fact, I originally gave it 3.25, but I had to dock it down twice because I rewatched the match twice, and I still didn't remember a single thing that happened because it was very, very, very spotty. But I still gave it 2.75. Still a lot of fun. Abdul the Butcher Nakibono versus 4 very small guys and a handicap wrestler. This was so funny. So funny. These guys don't speak English, and I laughed at everything in this match. I thought this match was hilarious. I'm not even going to give it a proper rating. Yeah, change shirts. Cool. The 4-way tag match I thought was a lot of fun. That match was so much fun to watch. Really easy to sit through. Great spots by all 4 teams. Really enjoyed that match. The 2 triangle gate and twin gate matches, I thought one was really good, but I barely remember anything from it. I remember the bodyguard thing was kind of cool. And K-ness and Yokosuka versus Mokuzuki and Don Fuji. Yokosuka had some great psychology in this match. Great selling. He was dedicated with his selling, not like in Dragon Gate USA, where they forget about it halfway through the match. And it made the match a lot better because of it. And him and K-ness make such a great team. Now, I thought this would have been a little better is all. You know, it had the great selling, but it got to the point where he sold for like he was like the face in peril for like a long time, for like 12, 13, 14, 15 minutes. So in the end, they only had 5 minutes to have the actual like the rest of the match. So that's why I don't think this match was quite great. Hair versus hair, Shingo versus BB Hulk. This match is incredible. Shingo is probably my favorite Japanese talent besides Kenta, and he was the man in this match. Great psychology in this match. Great selling. Stiff as fuck in this match too. This is my third favorite match of 2009, behind Taker Michaels and Tyler Davey. It's better than Kenta Nakajima and Kenta Marufuji in my opinion. I thought this match was just incredible. I really, really loved it. Masato Yoshino Yamato was also great. Not as great. Had great selling in that too by Yamato and Yoshino at the same time. Thought it could have been a little bit better. But yeah, I'd give that show a 9. Awesome show. I give Chikara a 9. I give Best Americans 1 an 8.5. And Wrestling with Shadows an 8.5. I'm Big Art 10. I'm out, guys. See ya.